Welcome back. Now, following the exit of Binance from the Nigerian market now, the country's parliament is taking further steps to investigate the policy stance of President Bola Tinubu's administration on cryptocurrency amid perceived policy inconsistency. The recent crackdown on the crypto trading platform includes the detention of 2 executives of the company and their subsequent announcement of exit from the Nigerian market. Recall that the federal government had initially lifted the ban on crypto imposed by the previous administration, prompting commendations from some quarters. However, there appears to be a change of policy stance following the pressure on the naira. In a motion moved by a member representing Ogun State now in the House of Representatives, Ibrahim Isiaka of the All Progressives Congress, the current administration, that's according to the lawmaker now, the current administration is sending mixed signals to the international community on its stance on cryptocurrencies amid the arrest of the 2 executives of Binance. While he questioned the assertion by the central bank governor Yemi Cardoso on the impact of Binance on the naira now, Isiaka said the government's claim that Binance and others are disrupting the foreign exchange market is not backed by sufficient facts. He added that rather than outright ban, other jurisdictions have used fines and other means to regulate the cryptocurrency market instead of banning or arbitrarily arresting people now. Now, following the presentation of the motion, which was not debated, the House mandated the Committee on National Security and Intelligence to investigate the current status of cryptocurrency, blockchain, digital assets, transactions. Well, joining me now from Abuja to discuss more on this is Honorable Mark Tassi Egbila, who is a 2-time member of the House of Representatives from Benue State. Thank you very much, Honorable, for coming on the program, and it's so nice to see you. How do you expect the House to deal with this issue now that it has asked its Committee on National Security to look into it? So what should we expect to see?
Okay, thank you very much, DEJI, for having me. It's also good to see you. It's been a while. Let me commend the House of Representatives and by extension the National Assembly for taking this very laudable initiative to intervene in this matter. Because for some of us who were onlookers, we were worried about the signals being sent to the international community about this particular situation. Because you and I should know, and Nigerians should be aware, that digital assets, which cryptocurrency is a part of, including NFTs, that's non-fungible assets, security tokens, and even digital currencies that even our own central bank told Nigerians they have, created, all of them are developments in technology and financial technology that the world is coming to terms with as something that has come to stay, with huge economic potential for governments. So when this issue arose, it was interesting for some of us to note that for an administration that came up with a renewed hope agenda and that removed the ban on cryptocurrency placed by the previous administration, we believe that they understood the importance of this sector to our economy, because it is on record that Nigerians appear to have the highest, and this is interesting to note, the highest assets with regards to cryptocurrency, and one of the, I think, second only to India globally in terms of involvement in this market. So this is something the government should not be, paying lip service to. So when this matter arose, we were concerned because it also portrays the government as already engaging in a policy somersault and sending the wrong signals about a very hostile environment when you hear that Binance executives were arrested without any reasons being adduced for why they were arrested. So it is important that the House intervene and bring some sanity to this matter, and it is important that the executive also rein in their own officials who are making very unguarded comments.
Remember the last MPC meeting held by the central bank in Abuja? The central bank governor did say something about Binance, that, look, about $26 billion transacted on that platform could not be traced.
Yeah, yes, I understand. And if you notice, and I would give credit to the CBN governor that he did not say Binance was affecting the exchange rate, but talked about the amount of money that had been transacted, which should have been of concern to the CBN governor and the government to note that kind of transaction being engaged upon by Nigerians, to know that that is not a sector, that is not an industry that you want to start to send the wrong signals to when Nigerians are very seriously involved. And it is curious why the CBN governor didn't also indicate the fact that he identified a certain amount but didn't also say what came to the benefit of Nigeria. It's not a one-way street. It wasn't only about transactions going out of Nigeria, it was about inflow also to the benefit of the country, in line with the renewed hope agenda of this administration to attract investment, direct foreign investment and investors to the country. So when you have this situation now where you are sending the wrong signals, so with all due respect to the CBN governor, he indicated the amount of money that was transacted on that platform alone, not even talking about other exchanges, which goes to show you the importance this sector is to the country and why the government should have taken it very seriously. So when the advisor comes and now goes overboard, in my opinion, to say they're the ones determining the exchange rate for Nigeria and that cryptocurrency should be banned after his own government had lifted the ban, that is sending very discordant tunes to the international community, especially again when you go ahead and imprison people who have legitimately been transacting business. If there are certain infractions to the law, like the US government did, they followed the rule of law and took them to court. That is the process I believe that we should take in that regard, and not be seen to be sending the wrong signals, because our government seems to be, like the House rightly pointed out, throwing away the baby with the bathwater, not recognizing the benefits to the country of this particular industry.
But I mean, you obviously seem to know a lot about cryptocurrency and everything around it, especially the blockchain technology and all of that. But you look at some of the complaints, and some of these complaints have actually been confirmed to be genuine. The issue of speculation that actually takes place on, especially the Binance platform, which of course you know is very popular. I mean, it's about the most popular, and it's probably one of the reasons why, you know, there's this focus on Binance. But you look at the speculative activities taking place there and how it affects the Naira. What do you think should be done? Doesn't that, for you, isn't that a concern?
Okay, so like you pointed out, fortunately, some of us believe in continuing professional development and keeping tabs with innovations and developments globally. So one of the things to understand, like you pointed out, a crypto exchange operates like a stock exchange where people trade on. And as you're aware, stock exchanges too have values of the Naira, don't they? They do. But why does the CBN think it is Binance alone or the crypto exchanges alone that are affecting the Naira? They, like every exchange, are now providing the platform for the trading in cryptocurrency. And of course, there will be a value indicated on that platform for the Naira. They operate in other climes all over the world. Nigerians shouldn't be portrayed as being bereft of understanding of this industry. I know that it's a fledgling area of global technology, but we should develop ourselves quickly to understand, because it's an embarrassment to some of us when in other climes nobody ever mentions Binance is setting their exchange. They also have foreign currency exchanges. They also have central banks. None of them, the US Treasury has never come up to say they are setting their rates. Why is it that we're focusing on that? And that to me is a concern. It displays a certain level of lack of understanding. We understand the concerns which the House has very properly articulated with regards to national security, money laundering, terrorism financing. These are genuine fears, because You know that these crypto exchanges are self-regulated. There's a level of secrecy and anonymity that is not usually prevalent or available in other financial transactions. So these are very germane and genuine concerns that I agree with. And the solution to that is not for the government to be at fisticuffs with them, but to collaborate with them for them to help us, because that is what they're doing in the US and in other climes. They're helping them identify laundering of money, capital flight, and other illicit financial transactions. These same exchanges can help the country to recover billions of dollars, like the CBN governor pointed out, some of which might be illicit funds. It is by collaborating, not by sending them away, that it will be of benefit to the country. They can help us stabilize our foreign exchange.
Let me just quickly ask you this. When you see countries, for instance, like the United States of America, restricting Binance, especially in some areas, because let's not deny that there's a restriction on the operations of Binance in the United States. Not all residents of the United States can actually, transact on that platform. When you see that, you also see that in other countries as well. Doesn't that tell you there's something wrong, and that in the case of Nigeria may not be doing anything differently anyway?
Well, Nigeria is using a hammer to kill a fly. That is what I'm saying, and sending discordant tunes. Like you rightly pointed out, and this is the right decision the House has taken. The solution, like the US is doing, is regulation and proper statutes, proper legislation. And that is what some of us will encourage the House to pursue. And I would also advise the SEC, the Security and Exchange Commission, not to be working in silos. They seem to be coming out with regulations without liaising with the House. Let me not conclude. Maybe I don't know if they have reached out to the relevant committees in the House to be able to start to bring forth legislation to regulate this sector. It's just like AI. Now, that is another development globally everybody is trying to deal with. It is something that has come to stay. You can't stop it. The same thing with digital assets and cryptocurrency transformation. It has come to stay, which is why in the US they are providing regulation, restrictions, and identifying when there are infractions like they did recently, and taking them to court and making them to pay for such infractions, so that they internally, remember, they are also allowing for freedom of operation and transaction of business, like every democracy and every developed country wants to encourage. But they're ensuring that these exchanges which operate on their own are regulated properly. And that is what Nigeria needs to do, and that is what the House, I believe, will support the government in trying to achieve as well.
All right, Honorable Mark Bila, thank you very much for your time, and thanks for coming on the show. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Thanks a lot. All right, we'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
Opinions are free, facts are sacred, but truth is universal.
How, in practical terms, can we, for instance, de-escalate the tension?
President must see himself as the President of the Federal Republic.
We know where the enemy is. 3 places. The Lake Chad Basin, the border area between Nigeria and Cameroon, and then the Sambisa Forest.
On DEJI360, we give you a complete dose of everything. Opinion, facts, and undiluted truth.
I hardly believe what politicians say in this part of the world.
A new Nigeria is possible, a future is possible.
We delve into the issues, dissect it so that you can understand it, and use it to take action.
I don't think there's any need for any governor to look for grant for ranching.
DEJI360, dissecting the issues.